Welcome back, guys. This week I'm doing a series of home roasting videos. So if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe. I'll be posting videos related to roasting coffee beans at home this week. Now, I already did a review of this. This is the dome style popcorn maker with a control arm. If you haven't watched this video, please do watch in my channel. It's already posted. So we'll keep this aside. And today's video is about roasting coffee beans using a popcorn popper. Now, you may have a popcorn popper at home already. You need to go find it. Anyway, this is an old vintage popcorn maker. And today we are going to roast our coffee beans in this hot air popper. Now, to roast using the hot air popcorn popper, you need to keep a few things in mind. There are a few different types of popcorn maker. There is one with a hole inside. Let me show you a close-up of this. Now, there are some popcorn maker with a hole at the bottom there with a mesh, and the hot air comes from underneath up. That's one type. And this is the other type where the hot air flows through around those cuts, and the air will flow in a circular motion. If you have a popper like this, you can roast it more efficiently. You could do with the other one, but you need to take few steps into consideration before you can roast it that. Now, it will be more uniform in a popper like this, and you will get the rotation of the beans, which is very important, and the beans will rotate around and upside down. Both motions will be there. And if you have never roasted coffee beans using the popcorn maker, I'm going to show you how. And it's super easy, and it will roast the beans very uniform. But the only disadvantage is it roasts in smaller quantity. I would say close to 4 ounces. And this machine is not expensive. You can get it from Amazon for 20 to 30 bucks, or check in your kitchen cabinet. You might already have one of these. So let's use this to roast some coffee today. Here I have some green beans, and in case you're wondering, it's exactly 4 ounces. And let's say your measurement is in grams. I will tell you how. It's 113 grams. Usually the popcorn popper can take up to 4 ounces, and it is recommended to go 3 ounce or 3.5 ounce maximum. But I've taken 4 ounce, and we'll see how much can fit in there. There is a little trick that I'll show you to know exactly what is the maximum it can hold. It is highly recommended to roast this outside. If you roast it inside home, there will be a lot of chaffs flying out of this machine, and it can mess up your whole room. One method to stop the chaffs flying out is to use the cover that came with it, and use a vessel beside that will stop. Another method is to use a net like this, a cover like this, and put it on top of the popper. This will stop all the beans flying out and even the chaffs. Another tip to keep in mind is if you're using an extension cord like this is not recommended. It's advised to plug your machine directly into the outlet onto the wall. If you use an extension cord like this is going to reduce the voltage, which can affect the performance of the beans. But for this video, I need to use the extension cord because I'm roasting it outside today. So I'm going to plug this in first, and let's put the beans. So here I'm outdoor, and it's a bit noisy here, but we can start roasting the beans. So let me switch on the popcorn popper, and then we'll look at the movement of the beans first, and accordingly I'll fill it. That's the trick I use. So let's switch on. So as you see, there is a movement, good movement, so I'm going to fill it more, and as I fill, the movement stops, so I'll wait for a few seconds and fill the remaining. If it doesn't move, I just shake it and then fill the remaining. So just shake the beans. You could stir it with a wooden spoon, that is still fine, but soon it's going to move. So as you can see, I didn't press the start button. Anyway, now the movement started properly and I started my timer, and as you can see, the chaps are flying all around, and it's cold here, it's windy, so that may affect the performance of the roast, but we'll see. It may take a bit longer, but I'll look out for the first crack and I'll let you know the time. It's exactly 1 minute. It's 2 minutes now, and I see the color of the beans turning from green to light yellowish color. It's 3 minutes. It's so windy here. It's 4 minutes now. I still haven't heard the first crack yet. Oh, there was a small noise. Okay, I think it started. I heard 2 light cracks. Okay, that's another. So it's slowly turning to the brown phase. It's 5 minutes now, and the beans are moving violently, and still on the first crack. And as you can see, the beans are dry and the level of the beans have gone up. And we are at the 6th minute now. And we have entered 7th minute, and the beans are looking more brown now. And I'm targeting medium roast. I just lost 1 bean. Here it is. I'm going to put it back. We have entered 8th minute. And I'm guessing it will be done in 10th minute or less. Oops, I lost few beans. So we are at 9th minute now. That's why it is important to use a cover. You may lose some beans when it grows. So for the sake of video, I'm not covering. I don't mind losing few beans. So we'll stop at 10th minute. I think I got the color that I needed. It's brownish color and it's entered into the medium roast mode. So it's 10 minutes mark and I'm going to switch off. And I hear the crack. Maybe it's trying to enter into the second crack. You have to be careful because it's hot. Look at that. I'm going to quickly cool down the beans. The air temperature is very cold outside, so it's gonna get room temperature soon. Okay, looks like it's ready. Yeah, it's already cold. So let's go inside and have a closer look at this. Before I show you a close-up, let's weigh the beans. That is in grams. Now we got 113 grams of green beans. Let's see how much. So that's 93.54. I lost 4 or 5 beans towards the end, you saw in the video. So we put 113 in and 93. So let's say 95. We got close to 100 grams. In case you're wondering, in ounce, it's 3.3 ounce. Okay, so I put 4 ounce and we got 3.3 ounce. That's a lot of beans for a week. Let's have a closer look outside. Thought it will be more clear outside. So here I'm outdoor. Have a look at the beans. Now this, for me, this has roasted very uniform, as if it's coming out of an expensive roasting machine. That's a good thing about this hot air popcorn. It roasts the beans very uniform. That's what we wanted. We don't need beans that are roasted, some dark and some mild. We want it more uniform. So I'm really impressed with the way this machine roasted. Look at that. One thing I didn't show you is the bean temperature. It can go close to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the maximum it would go. So that's enough for the first crack. That's 400 degrees. I think that's more or less the temperature. It goes up to 410. And it goes down and up again. And it stays somewhere there. That's 410. And guess what? I melted my thermometer. Look at that. So that's how you roast your coffee beans using the popcorn popper. Now I destroyed my thermometer. That's a blunder I did. I didn't thought that the hot air popcorn can generate a lot of heat, and the heat is straight shooting up, and I was holding right on top of the machine. Anyway, that's my mistake. I have a spare one, so I'll be using that for my next video. Anyway, you got the idea. Now compared to these two, this one did not even go through the first crack properly, and I could get only a very light roasted beans after 30 minutes. So this is definitely not that useful. Now regarding the popper, this is really good. I'm very impressed by the result. It has roasted the beans so evenly. I'm so impressed. And also remember the quantity. It did 113 grams of beans in one go. That is 4 ounces of beans. Now my other big dome style, I put 150 grams last time, and this can do 113, so it's almost same. And in case you're wondering, this has 1200 watts and the other dome style has only 1000 watts. So this is more powerful, this has more heat, more enough to melt my thermometer. So you saw it, it's around 410 degree Fahrenheit, which is good for roasting beans. I wish it can go further to 450 degree Fahrenheit or 500, but that's more for dark roast beans. But it did a very good job. It went through the first crack properly and it roasted the beans so evenly. Because of the hot air and the circulation and the movement of the beans, it has gone through a very uniform roast. I've already done few roasting using this and it tasted so good. So I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you are new to my channel, please do subscribe, hit that like button if you enjoyed today's video, and I would really appreciate that. See you guys next time, and on my next video I'll be using a dedicated roaster machine that is very similar to the dome style popcorn machine, which has a rotating arm. So I'll be doing a review of that. So stay tuned guys, see you next time, and bye for now.